Alright, this is Gettysburg. I'm up here at Gettysburg. It's Andrew's birthday, so it's the 2nd of November. And we had a little brunch, and now he's going back and he's studying. And Jane and I are going to meet him for dinner, but I decided to come out and take a look at the battlefield. Right now, into view is coming Little Round Top. You can see all the trees are changing colors. And then if we move to the right, which was the end of the Union line, is Big Round Top. And so during the second day of Gettysburg, a lot of the fighting took place actually on Little Round Top. There wasn't too much that went on Big Round Top, but if you remember, the poor old Confederates charged and charged and charged and never quite made it up to the top of Little Round Top. And so while it looks nice and peaceful here today with Little Round Top on the left and Big Round Top on the right, I'm sure it was a terrible day back there on July 3rd. All right, I'm down at the bottom of Little Round Top, and so the Confederate guys were in these rocks down here, and actually sharpshooters from up top could pick them off. But the amazing thing is the poor Confederate guys had to leave those rocks and charge up the hill. You know, here we are, like they're charging up here, going up this hill with just a couple little rocks, but they had to get all the way to the top up there. And you can see that pretty daunting task. And unfortunately for them, they never made it. They can never quite get to the top, even though they got almost close and they had hand-to-hand combat, and then the Union guys up there had run out of ammunition, and so as a last-ditch thing they put on their bayonets and charged down and finally drove the last bit of the Confederate guys away. Little history lesson for you guys, but you can see the trees look pretty, changing color. There are actually a lot of people out here today checking out the battlefield. There's a picture taken 3 days after the battle. You can see a guy, Southern guy, killed here with his rifle propped up against these rocks, and lo and behold, if you move up from this photograph, here's the exact same position with the rocks there, looking up at Little Round Top. So I just moved up to the top of Little Round Top. There's Big Round Top to the left. So this is what the Confederates had to charge up. You can see Devil's Den down there. That's where I was with those rocks just a little bit ago. And so they had to charge up here. And if we swing around, so this was the far left of the Union line. And we're going to look to the right over the fields. Off in the distance you can see where Pickett's charge was. And if we keep on swinging around to the right, off past those trees and all there, and down on the other side of that hill is the town of Gettysburg. So this is Little Round Top, and the poor old Confederates had to charge up this hill. You can see the fall foliage in the trees.